Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the all-new 2025 Mazda CX-70. This is a plug-in hybrid. This is the Premium Plus trim level. It's also finished off in polymetal gray metallic, and it has a starting MSRP at just over $50,000 for this particular trim level. Now there's 4 other trim levels for the CX-70, so you have a lot to choose from. But for this, it is powered by the 3.3 liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's paired to that hybrid system along with an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 280 horsepower, 332 pound-feet of torque. It can do 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And then as far as MPG goes, you're looking around 24 miles per gallon in the city, 28 out on the highway, with a total range of around 26 miles on just the EV system alone. Now for this CX-70, it shares a lot of similarities with the CX-90, which is a 3-row plug-in hybrid that Mazda recently introduced. Now we have a 2-row plug-in hybrid. Up front, the Mazda badge is the forward sensor. There's also a camera, plenty of cutouts in that grille too to provide a lot of cooling, and then a really neat trim accent for this entire lower surround. It also surrounds the DRLs and the turn signals, with the headlights and high beams being separated. All of those are LED, of course. There's all the parking sensors, and then a lot more cutouts and that brush trim accent in the lower section. Now for this Premium Plus, it gets a really nice set of wheels. There's also plastic for the fender arches. It's in the lower side skirt as well as the lower section of that front bumper. This does have power folding side mirrors with the camera and turn signal. Full moonroof is up top. There's gloss black for the roof racks. All the window trim is blacked out as well, and then a gloss black for those door handles. There's more gloss black for the integrated spoiler, where there's the third brake light, wiper blade in the lower section. There's the LED taillights, backup camera, all the parking sensors as well. This can even tow right around 5,000 pounds when you have it properly equipped. And then this is equipped with the power liftgate. You can use the button on the control or the key fob, or that button up underneath, where there is a lot of space. So if you'd like to delete that third row, you get a lot more space. It looks like there might still be some areas here where they left from the CX-90, but you can also fold down these back seats from the back here, and then there's power outlets on both sides, and then some storage underneath the entire floor here. So you can hide some items away, including the charger for it as well. And then up top, you have 2 buttons to close it or lock the vehicle as well. And then as we work our way to the second row here, really neat trim accents on the door panel. There's also the adjustable sunshade. There's more stitching, plenty of storage in the lower section, and then a really nice design for these leather seats. Now the seats also move forwards and backwards. So if you need a little bit more space in the back or a little bit more legroom, you have the option to do that. There's also storage pockets, air vents, and auxiliaries. These seats are even heated, and then there's all the climate adjustments nicely laid out underneath that. Right in the middle, there's the armrest with 2 cup holders. And then at 5'10", I have a few inches of headroom. So it's pretty spacious for its size. Makes it a lot more comfortable to be able to recline those seats. Now the door panel up front is just like the rear. There's the side mirror controls, window adjustments, more storage in that lower section, and then the same design for the power operating front seats. Now when you start this up, it defaults to EV. So you're not going to hear anything aside from its chiming there. Now this has a leather steering wheel. There's the paddle shifters as well. On this left side, you'll notice your Bluetooth controls along with volume, and there's an info button too. So you can actually go through a little bit over on that right side just by clicking on that button. There's also tuning as well, and then you have your cruise, distance pacing, steering assist. And then for the rest of the gauge cluster, you'll notice charge and power on that left side, right in the middle, miles per hour. Now on this left side, there's the liftgate release along with the memory seating controls, your fuel cap release, traction control and parking sensors, and then with the safety technology, you can mute it or unmute it to have the vehicle talk to you when needed. This is also equipped with the heads-up display. And then for the infotainment system, you have all the controls down below to further go through this. So I can use that rotary dial to get into some of this information. From what I have seen, there can be some touchscreen settings as far as Apple CarPlay or Android Auto goes. I haven't really found any of those settings for the rest of it in order to do that. But it would be nice if the entire screen was full screen touchscreen all of the time. But you do have a lot of information that you can go through. Now there's more leather underneath that, along with 2 air vents, and then an LCD screen for all of your climates. This also has heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You can adjust the rear from up front too, which is nice. There's wireless charging with an auxiliary and cup holders, and then a few different driving modes. You can go into sport. There's also normal, EV, and an off-road setting for this Mazda. Right here is a shortcut to get into your charge target, so you can set that up as needed. And then when we put this into reverse, there are two different angles that you can get into depending on what you'd like to see. When you put the vehicle into drive, you can further go through those as well. There's downhill assist, a shortcut to that camera system, your e-brake with your auto hold, and then power and volume, as well as tuning and a favorites. And then a little bit of storage in the armrest, as well as in the glove box. There's garage door buttons up top with your rear view mirror, sunglass holder, and dome lights. And then the controls for the power operating sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility. For the size of this vehicle, it's pretty easy to see in all directions. So let's pop it into sport mode now and give it a mini acceleration. And honestly, not that bad. As I've been driving this the last several days, I haven't had any issues with the power. You'll notice too that the entire gauge cluster will change for sport mode, which is pretty neat, just to give you a few different gauge cluster settings with these different modes. Now I'm not sure if it'll go into EV right now since we don't have that EV charge, but the last one there is for off-road, and that will change again there. So it's nice that you have 4 different modes that are functional. Basically, it's just depending on the throttle response that you need, it will change, and then EV mode will strictly just go to the EV setting there. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the all-new CX-70. Very identical to the CX-90, which we have been able to check out and review. And it's a nice vehicle. For about $50,000, I'd say it's kind of basic, but it has everything that you need. We have a lot of standard safety technology features, which is of course great. Large screen, everything that you can go through. So it's equipped with all of the basics that you would like. And then we have some additional creature comforts like the seats, steering wheel, things like that. So it's a really nice place to be. Very large head-up display as well, which just makes it nice to be able to view that. And it's been so comfortable. So I really don't have any complaints over the last week of driving this vehicle, aside from having more touchscreen features on that screen. It's very nice. We even have the paddle shifters too, which let's go ahead and test out. So we can downshift to, let's go to second gear here. Rev it out a little bit there as we get back up to speed. Pretty smooth and functional, so if you want to use them, they are there. You're probably not using these too often. And then if you hold on the right one, that's how you can get it back into drive. So just hold on this up paddle for a few seconds and it will go back into the normal drive setting there. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the 2025 Mazda CX-70, the plug-in hybrid. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.